Hi guys, welcome to Sports First TV again. It's obviously the start of the season here in New Zealand. Getting plagued with lots of questions on the email and Facebook about cricket bats. So Blake's just going to answer those questions, or ask me some of those questions now, and hopefully we'll clarify some of those points.
Okay, so the first question is, what do we look for in a good cricket bat?
So there's obviously lots of brands and stuff in the market. Don't buy cricket bats based on stickers because you see your favourite player using them on TV. It's highly likely that your favourite player on TV is not using the same sticker or the same model as you can buy from a shop. Most importantly, look for a bat that's the right size, balance, and is going to suit your style of play in terms of the shots you like playing on the field.
Okay, and going on for that, how do we select the right size?
It's obviously really important to select the right size. So as you can see on your screen from right to left, we've got size 3, 4, 5, 6, Harrow, women's size and elegance cricket there, and a short handle men's. So there's quite a significant size difference. So they have different blades and different handle lengths, and also the handle width as well. So if you're a little small young man or woman, girl playing cricket, you're going to have smaller hands, so you need a skinnier handle. So as a general rule of thumb, you can stand up tall, and if the top of the bat handle should stay about where your wrist is, in terms of where your wristwatch would sit, as a general rule of thumb. And the weight as well shouldn't be too heavy. I see a lot of people standing out with their bats like this. You would never do this in a game. A better way to check for weight is to step out like you're playing the cut shot and hold the bat up like that as well, and see how quickly you can pull the bat up like that for weight. And please don't go for bats with big edges unless you are a low order batsman and you're hitting the ball a lot off the edge of your bat as well. So that's it in a nutshell. And obviously the other thing as well, the pickup must be really good, and that varies from bat to bat. All bats are natural, so every bat, even under the same model, are going to have different pickup abilities.
The next question is, does having more grains on your bat mean better performance?
So we get asked this heaps of times at Sports First. Having more grains there as well means that the piece of wood is older. So an older piece of wood, each one of these grains, is 1 year of growth in the tree. So if you have more grains, the older the piece of the wood, and actually the more brittle the wood is, so it's more likely to break. Performance is a really technical question. But what we can say, if you have more grains, the bat will open out and play better quickly. But it's not necessarily always the case. A lot of it's to do with the bat maker and what they can bring out of the bat. So hopefully that answers the question about grains. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And the next question is, how do I know which bat is best for me?
Picking the right bat is quite a hard thing to do. I'd say go to a good store that has an expert in cricket. And tell them what shots you like playing, and based on that they will give you a bat that suits the type of skills like you like playing. So if you like driving down the ground, go for a bat with a lower middle. If you like pulling and cutting, go for a bat that has a really good pickup and a higher middle. And also don't be afraid to go in the store and knock the bat with a mallet or knock it with a ball and see what the performance is for you personally.
Okay, and what should people look for in a good sports store?
Obviously in the market now a lot has changed in I guess the last 20 years. There's a lot of people selling online. More and more in New Zealand we're seeing lots of people sell in their garages and from their houses. Please don't buy from people who sell from their garages or their houses. You're not likely to get the service like a real store. There's no guarantee that garage or house will sell cricket bats in 5 or 10 years time. So really look for a cricket specialty shop in New Zealand. We're quite lucky in New Zealand. We have a few good ones as well, and I'm really proud to say that Sports First is still New Zealand's only top shop winning specialist cricket store. So definitely come and talk to someone that's an expert, not just because someone in your club is saying go and see this guy at their house.
Okay, and how do Sports First knock in their cricket bats?
We do knocking in the old traditional way. So the first step in knocking a bat in for us is removing the wax layer. That's been done by the bat maker with fine sandpaper. We then oil the bat to make the fibres more soft and malleable. Then we begin knocking the bat in by hand. We do this because we feel we can get the best possible result by knocking in by hand. And if it could get done in the factory, it would get done in the factory, but it doesn't get done in the factory because you spent your hard-earned money on a bat. So it's only right that Sports First gives it a bit of love and does that all by hand.
Okay, and the last question we have is, do you have any advice to get the most out of your cricket bat?
Yeah, so definitely give your bat a service once a year. So that will include sanding it down, giving it an oil, and then putting a protective face on it. That'll keep good care of it as well, keep the moisture out, and also fix up any cracks. Toe guards are always good as well. Keep them on to stop moisture coming through the toe, and you can get all this done by Sports First. So hopefully that's answered everyone's questions about cricket bats for the start of the season. Please email us, write to us on Facebook, or comment on the Sports First channel. So thank you for watching Sports First TV.